Hey everybody, Chris Bond 21 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. This is episode 28, and we are back in the accessory shop because today is going to be a very, well, not long, but, well, maybe it's long, I don't know, because we just started and I don't exactly know how long we've gone. But anyway, it's going to be a detailed episode. I believe that's the correct word to use, because we're going to be going over the side quests that we're not actually going to be doing on camera because they're very time consuming. Also, Donald jumped the counter. That's probably not a good thing. Yeah, good, he jumps back up. I was just wondering. Anyway, so we're going to be going over things like the synthesis shop and the Gummi ship missions, just sort of an overview, and we're going to be jumping between our file here on our Let's Play and then my original 100% file. So real quick, I'm going to just save the game while I'm here so I don't make any mistakes and accidentally oversave something or forget where I'm going, and I don't want to really have to redo anything. So we're going to first do the synthesis shop as to what it is right now. So right now, we've never been in here. This is the first time we've been in here. I think I was here 1 second because I wanted to talk to the Moogles, but basically they explain, like, if you bring a bunch of items back from your travels, Kupo, you can synthesize them. So if we talk to this guy, let's synthesize. So what they do is they give you 6 things to synthesize, and what you have to do is you have to start synthesizing a few of them, and then the list grows. And I think there are 25 things to synthesize altogether. And if you look at this, I can do 2 of them right now. I have a lot of spirit shards and bright shards, and I have a lot of lucid shards and bright shards, but there's things like I'm missing a power shard, I'm missing another power shard, I'm missing a thunder shard, and I'm missing things like mithril stone, power stone, serenity's power. Now there's a difference between the synthesis list in Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. It's very important that when you're playing this version of the game, you're looking at the correct listing. So in the description there will be a guide that I use to finish the 100% completion of the synthesis shop that tells you where to find all of the Heartless in Final Mix. There's also some special Heartless. Every world has a special Heartless. We saw one in the Hollow Bastion episode, that invisible enemy that kept killing me 3 times. That's one of them for Hollow Bastion. There's another one in Traverse Town over here. I believe if we go to the 2nd district, we can show you what it looks like. I'll do that really fast. I'm not going to show you all of them, but there are different special Heartless, and they usually require some sort of a, not really trick, but some sort of a added form of fighting them. So for example, yeah, this is the special Heartless that's here in Traverse Town. So this thing will lock on to Sora. I'll show you what this one is just to give an example. So what you got to do is he's looking around for you, but the goal is to hit him and kill him before he spots you. And then another 2 will pop up, and the goal again is to kill them before they can sound the alarm. So it's sort of like a kind of like an endurance mode where you have to fight as many as you can before they catch you. If they catch you, they'll immediately target you, and it's impossible. Well, not really impossible, but it's very hard to keep going on a lower level. If you're a higher level, you can probably make it through alright. The goal is to keep hitting them until you get that, a power stone. See there, I got the item that you get. Now it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes you'll fight these guys and they won't give you their item, but that's usually the ones that usually respawn frequently. So that one respawns frequently. But just to go over it real fast, there's a few that I know of. There's one in Deep Jungle. It's like a memory match game. That one's probably one of the worst ones because it moves around so fast that you have to pause the game while you do it. So that's incredibly annoying. There's a bunch in some of the other levels. Again, the list will explain which ones they are and how to beat them. I'll put another link in there to tell you how to defeat the special Heartless as well, so you can do that. So this I can't really show off without doing it all, and I am not going to do the synthesis missions because they are painfully long. So what we're going to do is we are going to go back downstairs real fast, and we're going to go to the world map before we do the next thing. So that was the synthesis shop, but not fully. I'll explain it in a second. And then we'll go back to the Gummi ship mission. So if you look at this, we actually completed unintentionally, probably when I was trying to go back to Traverse Town at one point, is I actually completed that first mission of score 80 or higher. And if you notice, there's another mission now under it, set off from Olympus Coliseum and collect 30 or more shield blocks. I think everything else I haven't completed because I haven't really gone back after it. So yeah, you get all these things, and they unlock each mission tier as you go through. In Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and I mentioned this way back at the beginning, you only have to defeat or clear one whole world. So you only have to do one level 1, one level 2, and one level 3, because you need to defeat, I think, a level 3 mission to get one of the trophies, which we'll be going through the trophy list in a second. If you're playing on the PS3 version, oh boy, you're gonna have to do everything, because apparently there's I think what the trophy is, I think all missions need to be cleared instead of whatever this one is, and we'll go over it. I'll try to differentiate what it is when I go through the trophy list. So we'll see what exactly it is, but I'm pretty sure you only have to defeat one. Now, in terms of getting all of the blueprints of all the Gummi ships, that can be done 2 ways. One, through Geppetto inside of Traverse Town. If you fight enough Heartless, you'll get all of the ships. Also, by completing the 101 Dalmatian quest, you gain access to the blueprint library, so that also helps getting all of them. And then if you're missing anything else, you just have to look at a list of all the Gummi ships and see which ones you're missing, try to figure out which route they're on, and again, I will put a link in the description for defeating all of the Gummi ship missions and what you should do. Although honestly, I think I might link you to a YouTube video or a series of YouTube videos that I used. I don't know if I'll find the exact ones. If anything, there'll be some sort of a link in the description to set you on your way. So that's the early stages of that, and as you can see, it's very time consuming to do all of that, and I did it a long time ago, and I never want to do it again because I did it twice. I did it once for the PS3 version, and I did it once for the PS4 version. So I'm gonna quickly reset the game, and you can do that by, on PS4 it's a little weird, you have to press share, the two sets of triggers, and share in options. So it's a little, that thing always pops up. So we're gonna load my 100% file, which is way up here. So yeah, this is the 100% file where I'm level 100, I played for 31 hours, and I got 69,000 money. And this is the file that I completed the game on. Now this is the file I completed the PS4 version on. So obviously you'll notice I have a lot more health and everything, but that's because I'm obviously level 100. So we're going to go into the accessory shop here on my level 100 file and show you what the synthesis shop looks like at the post game. So let's synthesize. So here's the first 6 that we had in the other one. So yeah, there's 33. I thought there for some, maybe there's less in the original Kingdom Hearts. Probably is, because things like the EXP earring don't exist in that. So you have to make everything in order to complete this, and the only way to get to the later things in the list is to keep making more of them and almost complete everything they give you at a certain point. So you have to keep doing all this stuff, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff to grab there. And I know, like I see, you have the Spirit Shards at 99, but there's some things like Fury Stone, that's a special Heartless, Lightning Stone is a special Heartless, the Shard I think is one, Mystery Goo, it requires you fighting the rare truffles, balancing them up in the air. The auriculums, there's only a certain number of them in the game. I think at that point you can't get any more. I don't know if this has, I don't know if you can make an auriculum here in the shop. I don't think you can. But basically what you're trying to do is, once you get here to these final ones with the Power Up the Cosmic Arcs and the EXPS Bracelet and the Ribbon, this is actually really good. So what you can do is you could keep making the EXP stuff. Although I don't think you can make the bracelet because, again, the auriculums is only a certain number in the game. But I think this one, the Mithril Stone and the Dark Matters, although I think Dark Matter is another thing that's also limited, so that you can't make more than one EXP earrings or bracelets. So I guess you can't, that's how they limit you. But anyway, when you get to the bottom here with the power-ups and the Cosmic Arts, once you get to the Ribbon, the last 3 things you have are Fantasia, 7 Elements, and Ultimate Weapon. And these are the hardest weapons to obtain because they are the best weapons in the game. Now, I didn't mention this in the Hades Cup review, but if you beat the Hades Cup on the time attack mode and on the solo mode, you get Donald and Goofy's, well, sort of ultimate weapons if you don't want to do this, which is Save the King and Save the Queen, respectively, for each one of them. And these are the 2 weapons that you can get that make it even better than what they've got. Although I think I still have the other things on this, so I don't think these were as good. This is annoying because the Frost Stones for the 7 Elements, the Dazzling Stones and Lightning Stones, those are all special Heartless to find, and to get 3, 3, and 5, it's very time consuming. And same with Fantasia, finding the Mithril Stone, the Energy Stone, pain in the ass. And Ultimate Weapon, oh boy, Mystery Goo and the Stormy Stones, you need to find the Dark Matters in chest. It is time consuming. So these are the 3 things you're going to want to get at the end, which is why I think I might have it equipped. Yeah, so this is the final Ultimate Weapon. This is the best Keyblade in the game. I think it's the best Keyblade. I could check my stats real quick. I will check it out real fast. Let me go to equipment. Yeah, so I got the Ultimate Weapon on. So we're using Divine Rose, which is only 1 point less. So it's not super ultimate, but it raises your MP by 2 and has the maximum attributes possible. So it's a pretty sick ass design, honestly. Look at that. That is a sick Keyblade. It's got like some weird, like, netting stuff and wings and a heart-shaped thing. It's just badass. That's a badass Keyblade. So yeah, that's it. I think Donald and Goofy don't. I think Goofy has saved the king on right now, and so does he. I don't know if these are necessarily better. Yeah, they're not exactly the best. They look pretty cool, but yeah, if you beat the cups, I think what they're mostly done for is magic. You see that Donald's magic went all the way to 14. I think it specializes in their attributes. So Donald is obviously magic and Goofy's obviously physical. So I think if I put on 7 elements, yeah, the MP goes up. So that's basically it. Also, Goofy's shield is ugly. Seriously, it's 7 little shields attached to a handle. It's really stupid. So yeah, that's what you get for the synthesis shop, and it is annoying. And real quick, I'll show it to you. If you go to characters, and again, I'm trying not to look at anything spoilerific here. So these are all the Heartless that we fight, and I'll show you, actually this is how I'll show you them. So there are special Heartless that I think are in the end here. Yeah, so like this one is one. So yeah, there's the pink Agarcris, So you beat all the white mushrooms, and then it shows up. And this guy is a pain because he's one of the special Heartless where you have to freeze him and then lock onto his head and then take a certain number of hits on him. And the more hits you get, the more likely it is that he'll drop the item you need for the synthesis shop. So pain in the ass to get that. Let me see. The rare truffle, I think we've seen. Yeah, we've seen those before. Black fungus, we've seen those before. I'm trying to see if we can find the ones that were special. I don't know if I know their names exactly, but I will try my best to find them. Search code. Nope, these ones we know. I think this is the black. Yeah, this is one. This is the one from Deep Jungle. And if you read the thing in the back, it'll say a Heartless that confuses its enemy by creating projections of itself. If the copies are attacked, it will resort to counterattacks and eventually run away. But eventually you can defeat it. I defeated 4 of them. This one's a pain because you have to keep pausing the game so you can see which one it is. It's like a shell game, and it's annoying. So that's one of them. Let me see if I can find another one. This one, the Gigas Shadow. This is a bigger version of the shadows that you can find in a certain area near the end of the game. That's another one of the special ones. I'm trying to see. The Stealth Soldier is the one from Hollow Bastion, the one that we couldn't see, that you have to get to show itself. And there's a few other ones that are in here. I just forget their names, and I don't want to spoil anything by showing you Heartless for maybe later in the game. So there's that, and that's how you can do the synthesis shop. It's very long and very tedious, and if you look at how long I've been playing the game for 31 hours, I did that with a guide. That's very long because I think on this playthrough I was just playing the game through normally. Maybe I skipped the cutscenes, and I'm pretty sure I beat the game on my file here pretty early on, so it was a pain in the ass to get all this stuff a second time. So I definitely recommend doing that if you have the time only. So real fast, we're going to jump down, and before we go anywhere else, we're going to go to the world map here on my Kingdom Hearts file that is 100% because I want to show you what the Gummi ship stuff looks like. So yeah, this is what it looks like. See, actually, wait a minute. I think I might have done a different. Yeah, so this, I'm glad that one's free. So yeah, Wonderland is the world I did it on. Now, on my Kingdom Hearts Final Mix profile on my PS3, I finished all of these. They all have the Mickey, the pink Mickey, which means I did every mission. I did that on my Kingdom Hearts PS3 file because that's what you need to do. But here in Final Mix on PS4, we only have to do the missions for one world. So that's the world I chose. I chose to do the missions for Wonderland because if you look at them, they're pretty easy. Obtain a score of 120 or higher. That's really no biggie. Settle from Wonderland while using Haste 2 and Accelerate 5 or more times while taking no damage. That's a challenge in and of itself, but that's pretty easy. And the last one, I can't really see it, but it says settle from Traverse Town and collect 40 or more something. So that was easy too. So that's how I did it. But I'm glad Traverse Town has actually got the second one finished because I want you all to read what Mission 3 is for frickin' Traverse Town. That's right, you have to set up from Hollow Bastion and get a 0 score while taking no damage, and you have to use no shields. So yeah, basically to complete that mission, you have to make a Gummi ship that's literally 2 wings and a cockpit, or I think 2 wings and a block, just to make it out. You can't put a weapon on because you have to get a 0 score, so you can't shoot anything, and you can't take any damage. So if you're going to try to get past some of the weird obstacle square Olympic rings that flip around, it's a pain in the ass. And as you can see, look at the level. It's a freaking 5-star level mission, and it's a 3rd level mission. So yeah, in Kingdom Hearts Final Mix on PS3, you had to beat that. But they were nice enough to fix it and allow you to not do that here in Final Mix. So if you think I'm doing the Gummi ship missions again and having to do that again, hell no. But yeah, I will put links in the description on how to handle the synthesis shop and how to handle the Gummi ship missions. It's very time consuming, so if you have the time, have fun. It's kind of challenging. You'll feel good about it once you finish it and once you see that trophy, but it is a very big pain in the ass. So yeah, it's not a lot of fun. And speaking of trophies, we're going to jump to the trophy list right now. So real quick, I'm going to open up the trophy list. Take a second to load. So this is Final Mix. I don't want to spoil anything right now, so I'm actually going to cut something out real fast. Actually, I think I'll go through this. So yeah, we're going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to just quickly go through. I don't think there's any spoiler ones at the bottom. Okay, so yeah, the obtain all shields. This one mostly requires you to buy things at the where is it? I think you have to buy things at Huey, Dewey, and Louie's shop, and you have to basically open up a lot of chests. Again, I'll put a link in the description with a list of all of the Keyblades, all of the rods, and all of the shields where they are, because some of them are in chests. They're not all in the store. Some of the shields are hidden within the tournaments. As you saw, we won shields when we beat some of the cups, so that's important too. The magic wands, again, the synthesis shop is locking. The synthesis shop locks all 3 of these. You need to basically complete that in order to gain these trophies too, so that's something to think about too. If you're going to go for 100% completion and get these 3 trophies, the synthesis shop needs to be an option. So you need to do that as well. The Keyblades are easy enough. Some of them are hidden back in worlds that you don't automatically get, as we saw through our playthrough. So you'll have to go back and do that. Don't worry. Link in the description. Again, we'll show you anything we missed and anything I didn't show you on screen, because I'm not really going to just stop and show you how to get every Keyblade and every rod and every shield, because some of them are mostly tied to just chest, and it can also be for the tournaments, which we already did. So that's the 3 there. Just know that if you're going to get these 3, you got to do the Synthesis Shop. Oathkeeper, this was story related, so you can't miss this. These are the 3 Gummi ship, well, 4 Gummi ship ones. That's clear all Gummi ship routes. What that means is you just have to beat all of the routes in general one time over. So that will come naturally story progression wise, where once you hit the final level and you get there, that's when you'll get Top Gun. This is to clear mission 1, this is to clear mission 2, and this is to clear mission 3. The Ace Pilot one was the mission that I think required you to beat all of them, because you needed a specific... I think it might have been that. It might also have been to obtain all the blueprints. You might have needed to beat all of the missions, because some of the missions gave you the blueprint. So I think that might have been it. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is. I'll pop it up on screen what the difference was between. It might be the same, but I'm pretty sure it's different. Customizer for the Gummi ship is easy enough. You just have to modify a ship and upload the data. You can just rename a ship and that'll work fine, or you can add a block to it. So this is it. Obtain 30 or more Gummi ship blueprints. So I think this is the trophy they changed. Now that I'm looking at it, it's coming back to me. So originally it was to collect all of the blueprints, and to collect all of the blueprints, you needed to beat all of the missions, because some of the later missions contain blueprints. So you're kind of tied there, and you have no choice. If you want to get the Gummi ship blueprints, you're going to need to beat all the missions. So that's how they forced you into doing it. Flying Ace is just to shoot down enemy ships. Trust me, if you're going for these 3, and if you're going for the Gummi ships mission blueprints, you'll get that with ease. These are the synthesis trophies here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are related to the synthesis shop, and this will come naturally as you synthesize all of the items. Basically, they give you sort of like little carrots where it's like, oh, you did the first one, there's a trophy, you did 3, there's another one, then when you do 15, then when you double that, and then finally when you do all of them, there you go. Collect all the mini games. We'll show you what that is in the journal in a second. The Trinities, I'll put a link in the description as to where all the Trinity markers are. I'm not going to go around and find them all, because I think I got a lot of them while I was doing the videos, and I can't remember where I got them all. I don't know if I have the footage left from some of the earlier videos, so just to be safe, I think I will just sort of let that one slide for now. Top Dog allows you to do the 101 Dalmatians. That's pretty much what we did a few episodes ago. Professor, collect all the character entries. To do this, you need to defeat the secret bosses, so keep that in mind. You cannot get this trophy just by beating the game alone. You need to beat the secret bosses because they have entries in Jiminy's journal, so keep that in mind as well. Searcher, collect all the Ansem reports. To get all the Ansem reports, you need to defeat all of the bosses in the game, Hades included, because we got Ansem report number 8 from him. Also, some of the secret bosses contain Ansem reports, so that's important too, so you got to keep that in mind as well. Collect all story entries. This will come naturally as you play the game. I believe this is tied to just basically just playing the game. Collect all of Jiminy's journal entries. That I think comes once you complete the journal 100%. And then after that, it's pretty easy. These trophies are all story related. You gotta seal the kill in the 100 Acre Woods, which we did. You gotta beat Hollow Bastion. You gotta beat Neverland, Halloween Town, Atlantica, Monstro, Agrabah, Deep Jungle, Olympus Coliseum, Wonderland, and Traverse Town. Then there are other ones such as Defeat 2000 Heartless and 10,000 Money. That's going to come naturally over the course of the game. Even Money, when you do the leveling up near the end, that will probably come. I'm going to be slowly going up because I don't want to spoil you with some of the other trophies up top. Then there's open up 100 chests. That's more than likely going to happen while you search for the rods and the staffs, or if you've just been sort of finding chests as you played the game, probably will get that too. Then there's level 100. That's time consuming, but if you're going to go for the bosses, tends to be an easy go, because you'll probably be around like level 80, and then at that point it's just sort of, you'll just go back to Olympus Coliseum. You can respawn some of the fights again, and that's an easy way to do it. Also here in Final makes it a little easier thanks to those bracelets. And if you're doing the synthesis shop, I recommend definitely doing the 100 Acre Wood first, getting the EXP bracelet, and then synthesizing the necklace, and when you fight one of the secret bosses, getting the other EXP weapon. And then if you want to get to level 100, it's probably a lot easier because you'll have at least triple of your odds of raising your XP. I'm going to try to go up one more. I think that might be a spoiler one. Okay, nope. Complete any time trial. That's doing any time trials in the Olympus Coliseum, which I've done on one of my videos off screen. But yeah, you can pick any one. It doesn't matter. A good one to try is the Hercules Cup, because the game is still glitched from way back when. The Hercules Cup has a thing where I think if you get to the final round with Hercules and you reset the timer and you pause and you hit reset, it will not reset you back to the beginning of the tournament. It resets you back to the beginning of the Hercules fight with the timer paused. So you can spend as much time as you want. So if you're having trouble picking up the barrels and hitting Hercules and it's too much of a waiting game and it's killing your time, which can be a little possible even at a high level, that's a good way to glitch it out. Complete any solo challenge. That's beating any of the tournaments just by Sora. So that can easily be the Phil Cup. 10 matches with just Sora. Easy enough to do on one go. I'm not going to cut this out, but I'm making the screen a little smaller because there are some spoiler trophies that are on the screen right now, but I'm going to cut the screen off where you can't see them. So I'm just showing you guys the 4 Olympus Coliseum trophies: Novice Hero, Artisan Hero, Heroes of the Coliseum, and Coliseum Champion. And all that requires you to do is beat the 4 challenges, the four tournaments. That's all you got to do. You don't got to do anything fancy. Boom, I might have moved it up a little bit. I'm trying to avoid the ones that you shouldn't be looking at right now because we haven't done them. Then there is these up here. I'll quickly get to these. So then there's Proud Mode, Final Mix Master, Novice. So here's a very fun thing to know. If you're playing this on PS4, good for you, because by playing the game on Proud Mode, you instantly get all 3 of these because difficulty achievements stack, or trophy stack. Sorry if I say achievements, I jump between Xbox and PS3 way too much. So if you do that here, good. If you're playing on PS3, oh boy, you're going to have to play the game 3 times. Yeah, I don't know why, but they chose not to let the achievements stack. Now, to be fairly honest, you're going to have to play the game 3 times because of these 2 trophies: Unchanging Armor, Undefeated, and Speedster. And I'm going to just go up just for a second. So I'm not going to show you what the Speedster one is because there's a trophy underneath that is a secret that I shouldn't be showing you guys just yet. But yeah, so there's Unchanging Armor, Undefeated, and Speedster. So Unchanging Armor means you cannot change your standard equipment, which means you need to leave Kingdom Key and put on no equipment. I don't think you can put on equipment at all. You have to not change anything. So you got to beat the game, Kingdom Key only, no equipment. That is almost next to impossible to do without a lot of grinding, a lot of cursing, and a lot of prayers to whatever god you believe in, because it's very difficult to get through the game just with the Kingdom Key. Trust me, I told you the funny story where I went through most of the game when I didn't change my Keyblade back in the day. Yeah, wasn't fun. I don't recommend it. So you don't want to do that in the slightest, because you have to beat the entire game with it, even the final bosses. So yeah, you can probably level up, but just remember, Kingdom Key strength doesn't go up. So even though Sora will raise up strength, the Keyblades tend to give you a bonus 2 extra points. So that's pretty helpful. If you don't have that, you're kind of screwed and you got no choice but to go level up some more, even if you just did get strength. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, or double-edged Keyblade in that sense. Undefeated means clearing the game without a continue. Now technically you can do that on Proud Mode. However, you have to play the game like an old school video game where you have to save every few seconds. That can sometimes be a little awkward. We live in a world, again, like I said way back at the beginning of the series, where our games autosave, and so you might just be so used to the continue button, and you might not be so used to saving a game, that you might not think to save for a long time, and then you die randomly. Trust me, I've tried doing that, where I've tried to do a playthrough, and I get a little cocky, and I think, oh, I'm doing good, and then die. Like, imagine if back during the Halloween 10 episode, if I hadn't saved, like, and I died during that fight in the beginning. Like, I would have had to do half the world again. And yeah, so you can do it again, you can skip the cutscenes, which makes it easier, but it's probably easier to just set the game on beginner, and then you can clear the game without changing equipment, and probably never get defeated without using a continue. Although, technically what I think you should do is play on Proud Mode, try to save the game as often as you can, this way you can get the Undefeated trophy as well. Then play the game a second time, this way you only got to do it twice, at least on this thing if you want. I mean, on PS3 you're kind of screwed, you have no choice but to play all 3 modes, because it's the only way to unlock all 3 difficulty achievements, trophies, sorry. But also go for the Speedster trophy. Now the Speedster trophy, you have to beat the game, and I'm just gonna click on it real fast and not show it. Okay, so this is a hidden trophy, and you have to defeat the game. You have to beat the game in 15 hours. Now, right now we're at, I think, so on this file I'm at 37, and on our main file I'm at, I think, already 23. So I already lost. But the only way to get to the end of the world, the final end of the world, is to basically skip every cutscene, go as fast as you can, and the easiest way to do that is to play on the beginner mode. So I recommend doing that, playing on beginner and then blowing through the game just non-stop. I don't have a file that shows that, or at least I might actually. Let me check my save file. That's why I went here and tried. Yeah, actually, here you go. Yeah, this final rest, that where I beat the game in 6 hours. Yeah, I beat the game in about 7.5 hours. So yeah, it is possible with trophy. Oh wait, not trophies, but with that's Kingdom Hearts beginner mode. With the stats you get there, with the Keyblades that you can switch to on that mode, you can beat the game very fast. And if you look above that, that's another file I did. That's the Castle Chapel. that's 4 hours in. So this final rest is the final resting point in the game. I got there in 6 hours. I got to the end of Hollow Bastion in 4 hours. And I'm pretty sure that if I was changing the Keyblade and stuff and I wasn't going for the unchanging trophy, probably could have cut that time down even less. So I'm telling you, you can beat worlds like nobody's business. If you skip cutscenes, you know what you're doing, you know where to go. And if you play this game as long as I have, you can do this stuff in your sleep. So yeah, I beat Kingdom Hearts in a little under 6 hours. That's probably not even close to a world record or anything like that, because I'm sure there's probably guys that have glitched it more so than that, skipped entire levels and worlds. And again, that's playing through every world, that's not skipping like Atlantic or Halloween Town. I'm just skipping things like the 100 Acre Wood and all the side quest things. So that's it. So I'm still doing all the worlds in that. So 4 hours with everything, you can chop that down a lot. So 15 hours is it's pretty open. I think if you look at this, like even here, the Prime file I'm on right now, technically I have 30 minutes to beat the game if I want to get that trophy here on the file that I have from earlier with the Dalmatians. So could have done that. So that's it for all of the side quests. I don't think there's anything else that I missed. I'll check real fast in Jiminy's journal, but I think I got it. So yeah, the Chronicles just is the story. Oh, yeah, minigames. I almost forgot before we ended off. So yeah, minigames. I think it's safe to click on that. There's nothing too spoilery. So here's what you got. You got the Jungle Slider, which is the thing from Deep Jungle where we slid on the pole. Well, slid on the vines. There's 5 courses here in Final Mix. I don't think this is in the original Kingdom Hearts, but if you continuously get all of the fruit on each path, you'll unlock the other courses. I'm not going to show it because it's really nothing special, and you just get a couple of little extra goodies for it. There's a defense boost on one of those paths, so that's pretty cool, but I'm not going to show it because it's not really worth it. The vine jump is just doing the vines. You just have to trigger it once after you beat the world and come back. And then the honey hunt, the block tigger, the poo swing, the giant pot, the muddy path, these are all from the 100 Acre Wood, the mini games that you play again. And then finally there is Olympus Coliseum, which puts in all of the cups. So I beat the Phil Cup with 1:22 left. I beat the Pegasus Cup with 12 seconds left. I beat the Hercules Cup with 11 seconds left. I got the Hades Cup with 21 seconds left, and I think that's all there is. So yeah, once you do all of this stuff, you completed all the mini games, and that's how you get the mini game trophy. This is the Trinity list. Here you go. Again, there will be a listing in the description that will tell you where they all are. I think most of the red Trinities, I'm pretty sure I can name them all off right now. So there's a red Trinity in the alleyway, 2 in the alleyway in Traverse Town. There's a red Trinity marker in Agrabah in the treasure room. There's a red Trinity marker in Oogie Boogie's Manor. There's a red Trinity marker, I want to say, oh, I know this, I know I can do this. I was doing so good. There's a red Trinity marker, nope, there isn't one in Neverland. Is there a red Trinity marker in Hollow Bastion? No, there isn't. Damn it, I can't think. There's two more I can't think about where they are. I don't think there's one in Wonderland. I don't think there's one in Deep Jungle. There's the two in Traverse Town, the one in Halloween Town, the one in Agrabah. It's a charged one. Why can I not? Oh, there's another one in Traverse Town, the top of the Gizmo shop, and dang it, I cannot remember 6. I cannot remember 6. The Trinity Ladder. There's a green one for the accessory shop. There's one in the ladder for Neverland. There's a green Trinity marker in Wonderland right at the start. There's a green Trinity marker in, I want to say there's one in Hollow Bastion to get the book. There's a green Trinity marker in, that's all I've got. 5 I'm missing. I think the Trinity pushes. I think I can do all of those. There's a one in Olympus Coliseum to push the block. There's the one in, and I'm spacing already. There's the one by Merlin's house to push the blocks to get on top of the house. That's 2. There's the one to push the door in Neverland. And the last one to do a Trinity push, I believe, is in the statue in Agrabah. Boom, I got it. I got one of them. I can't tell you all the Trinity jumps because there's way too many of them. I know there's 3 in Traverse Town. There's at least 1 in Wonderland. There's 1 in Deep Jungle. There's 2 in Olympus Coliseum. The Trinity D-Tex, let me see if I can do those off the top of my head. Basically, Trinity D-Tex, there's 1 in every world, so actually that's not one I can really do. So again, there will be a link in the description. Don't just go based on what I said, because that will give you terrible instructions. Just read the guide. It will help you out. So yeah, basically, I know I'm kind of cheating here, and I'm just going to let you read guides and try to figure it out, but trust me, you don't want to see me grind for all this stuff, and I would just cut away, because it's boring to watch me fight 100 Heartless for the Synthesis Shop. It's boring to watch me fly the Gummi ship. Even if you get a little excited about whether I'm going to die or not, it's kind of a waste. It's not really as fun. So I thought this would be kind of a better episode. I think I don't know how long I've been talking. Probably far too long. Sorry that this episode was long and kind of a little just informative, but this is just sort of a little tips and tricks on what to do. Again, this episode mostly exists as a visual guide to show you what this looks like, and it's basically just a, hey, here's some guides to make it a little easier for you if you're searching the internet, you need to find some stuff out. Definitely use Ye Old Keyhole Wiki, which has a lot of good information on it in regards to where you can find things. If not that, then because I know that's a user-edited thing. IGN has, I think, a walkthrough wiki for this game. There's game FAQs. I linked a couple of things into the description to help you out. I've made it organized so you can just read through it. At least Future Chris has. I'm still recording the vocals right now. So that's going to do it for this episode because I've been rambling on for a half hour here and starting to lose my voice a little bit. And basically that's it. We are done. So what's going to happen on the next episode, and I've been thinking about this for a while, I'm going to do the next episode will be the secret bosses, which means I'm going to go leave you good people and go record about, well, not record, but go play about 7 hours of leveling up, which is going to be loads of fun. I hate that you can't redo the bosses in this game. Otherwise, I would just cheat right now and play my level 100 Sora and fight them just to show you what they look like. But I guess that's not really as fun. That's kind of cheating. So yes, I will go level up Sora, the level 60 something Sora that I left. I think I'll show you the file real quick. So yeah, I'm gonna use this file, the level 66. I'm gonna go play on that file for a bit and level him up to probably like 86. Feel comfortable with 86 maybe. So 20 levels. Gonna be long, gonna be hard to get there, but I will get there in the end. And then once we do that, I will face off against all the secret bosses. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2. There's actually, okay, there's 5 secret bosses, but we are only going to be showing 4 off in the next episode. We're gonna save one. We're gonna save one more. We're gonna save the last guy for post game after we beat the game as a sort of hint to what's to come, because he's a cool character that we need to show off at the end. But yeah, so that's basically it. We're 3 episodes. Well, not really, it's probably not going to be 3 episodes, but what's probably going to end up happening is next episode will be secret bosses, and we'll have one whole episode with that. I'll be talking over each of the fights in individual little endurance rounds, and then we will go back to the story mode, and we will continue the game from where we left off. I will meet you at the final level that we unlocked that we haven't seen yet, and I think I'm going to divide it into. I'm really thinking about dividing it into 2 parts for the final bit, because there are sort of there's a boss fight that I really kind of want to start off the second half of it on, and then end it at the final rest, and then come back and do the ending stuff as one video, so we don't have to jump all around. So if I do the math in my head, I think I feel safe with doing just 3 more episodes, and then the finale, and then we will do a post video. So 3 episodes of finale and post 5 episodes. So we're 5 episodes away from the end. So I believe this was episode 28. So 9, 30, 31, 32. We will be at 33 episodes, maybe 32, depending on how I feel, how I want to split it up. But like I said, I've been talking to you good people for far too long. So good luck, ladies and gentlemen, trying to get to level 100 Sora. Good luck trying to find the Trinity markers. Good luck with the synthesis shop. May God be with you if you're playing on PS3 and you need to do the Gummi ship missions. Thankfully, if you're playing on PS4, you all can breathe a sigh of relief. It is not that difficult. Again, this is very time consuming. There is one more thing I want to show you guys before we head out. So level 100 Sora has, I think it's not an ability, but it is a item that I put on. So there is something. There it is. Encounter Plus. So I forget where you get this from. I will pop it on the screen right now. But yeah, Encounter Plus basically removes the whole having to go 2 rooms to respawn the Heartless. So that helps a lot with getting the synthesis ability. So whatever I just put up on the screen, thank you, Future Chris. Whatever I just put up on the screen, where to get that, go get that first before you do the synthesis shop, because that will help you get a better encounter rate on finding these. So you can just leave a room, come back, and everything respawns. So it's easier that way. So again, good luck, my good people. Have fun. It's going to take a long time. I'm glad I'm not doing it again because I don't have the time to do it. But I did my time. I did it on the original Kingdom Hearts. I did it on Kingdom Hearts 3, and I did it on Kingdom Hearts 3. If I had done it on Kingdom Hearts 3, that'd be amazing. No, I did it on Kingdom Hearts on PS3, and I did it on PS4. So, yeah, which basically is the butt of every joke. It took Kingdom Hearts so long to come out that I was able to 100% the first Kingdom Hearts 3 times and not drive myself crazy. So again, good luck. 36-minute long video. Sorry about that, guys. But again, next video will be fun. It'll be fights. It'll be cool stuff. I'll be explaining some cool things and some interesting little sub-fights and Easter eggs. It's going to be great. So thanks for watching, guys. Good luck again, and I will see you guys on the next part.